Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. Now, Fergus Ewing, we've discussed how he's not going to stand as an SNP MSP at the next election, although he is considering standing as an independent. Well, he's written a piece, it's in the Daily Record, and I've read through it. I'm not going to just regurgitate this letter that he's written, an open letter in the Record, but I mean, otherwise I'd be here 20 minutes, 25 minutes, far too long. But I'm just sort of going to compress it down to a few bullet points, which I think are definitely worth noting, because I agree with just about everything he says and the reasons behind why he feels necessary to step down and away from the SNP after, over 50 years in the SNP. Of course, man and boy, you could say, and especially with his mother, Winnie. Being so prominent within the party as well. But, in brief, he's basically saying it's deeply sad for him. But, given the family connections. But he says that basically he's had to do it because it is no longer the party he joined. It has become something else. It has become a party of division and of hate, where it should have been a party of unification and of respect. He says, and he doesn't like it. It's just not there. It's not for him anymore. Now he goes on, and he actually lays out many, many points. But as I say, I'm not going to regurgitate the whole thing. But some of the points I absolutely agree with. And he's saying that in no real particular order, there's the perception of the party as being incompetent, because there's just not the talent there that there once was. I'd put that there probably was never as much talent. I think he's looking nostalgically through very rose-tinted glasses. I don't think there was ever that much talent in the SNP to begin with. But hey, But he's saying also the perception of corruption. There's too many people, myself included, of course, and most of you, I suspect, who look at the party and they don't see an honest group. They see self-serving, corrupt, incompetent people, over-promoted. More on that one in a moment. And they're just not. They're not the party for the decent people of Scotland anymore. That's quite a big admission. Specifically, though, he's saying that the gender bill, which he opposed, of course, was very divisive, very damaging, and is morally and ethically wrong. It goes against his beliefs. Goes against the beliefs of many of his constituents, he says, and it goes against the basic safety of women and children. I think, again, 99.9% of the people watching this video will be in alignment with him on that. He also goes on about the difficulties of joining with the Greens, the alliance with the Greens. He said at the beginning he was the sole voice of dissent. He was the only one saying, for heaven's sake, don't do this. He knew, recognised and foresaw the damage it would do to the party's reputation, and generally to Scotland. He's saying they were anti-oil and gas. That would damage the income of the country. Anti-chemical, anti-transport, anti-everything. He said that this alignment for the purpose of sort of ruling as a majority would destroy a lot of things. And lo, it came to pass. The man was very insightful, I think. He personally took a loathing to the Greens, not just as a party, but the individuals within it. He said they are not nice people. They are not pleasant people. They are obsessive and they are extremists. And in his words, dangerous individuals. Again, I completely, and I'm sure you completely agree with him. He took specific mention in his piece about Jeffrey, Lorna Slater, saying she was a green, in the term of inexperienced, a very green stick, young, inexperienced minister with no knowledge, no training, no real-world experience, and new to the job, was handed a massively important, major infrastructure programme the bottle return scheme, deposit return scheme, DRS, isn't it? And this is a woman that was completely out of her depth. And when it was announced, he said everybody, and he means like everybody who was not ideologically compromised, said it was a bad idea. Business, industry, shopkeepers, but the public as well. Everyone said, for heaven's sake, don't do it. And he agreed too. He said it was a bad idea. It would force prices up and it would drive business down. He said, and we saw that came to pass. He said, and when it was cancelled, it now is resulting in so much of a huge court case by Biffa that Shona Robertson's actually panicking, because if these 100 to 200 million from Biffa alone comes to pass through a court case, they'll have to pay it. They don't have the funding. They don't have an ability to raise that kind of money for, going forward. And so you have to ask, what are you cutting? Education, health, transport. Somebody's got to pay the price. He said, and this is only Biffa. Wait till the supermarkets get in there. Wait till the Confederation of Small Shopkeepers gets in there. Wait until the other operators get in there. It said it's going to be expensive, upwards of £1 billion likely. And all because of Lorna Slater's intransigence and refusal to listen to expert knowledge. He said, but he, from day one, kept saying no. He says there's a civil service that's been bent to the will of the likes of Nicola Sturgeon. They are not fair. They're not open. They do not cater for the needs of the people of Scotland. They work exclusively for the SNP, he said. And what's worse, they work exclusively for the leadership of the SNP. He says, and that's on those few occasions when they work at all. The civil service, he says, are not so much missing in action as missing in inaction. He says, try finding one on a Friday afternoon. Good luck. They're all gone. He says there is lunacy within the current policies. There is madness behind what they're planning. He says, and then you have people in positions, in ministries and departments who are quite simply not up to the job and out of their depth. Again, everything he's saying is what I have been saying for 3 years now. I've been doing this channel for over 3 years, and exactly that for 3 years. And finally, he's standing up and being counted. He's saying they don't know what to do to get out of the problems that they've caused. They are beyond help, he says, and he refuses to stand next to them as the ship sinks. Well, I salute him for his honesty. I mean, it's nice to see an honest politician, and I've always said he is. He's a decent man, he's a hard-working man, and he's one of the very few of any party who I think is a worthy politician. So well done for his stance. Well done for leaving. If he does join another party, they'll be lucky to have him. If he stands as an independent, the people of Inverness need to still vote him in as an independent. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about what he said particularly. And we'll speak later. Till then, good luck, Fergus, and goodbye for me. Bye.